Hey everyone, Tony Winston, Jazz Piano College. I've done a ton of videos about blue bossa, but there can never be too many videos about blue bossa. And so here's another one. But now I have the lighted keyboard there, and the reason I'm doing this is because when I learned these rootless voicings, like a G7 like this, it's an altered voicing with the flat 13, or you could call it the sharp 5 if you like. I learned them as 4-note chords like this. And I've found over the years that most people play these rootless voicings with 3 notes or just fragments of the chord rather than all 4 of the notes. So for instance, D minor 7 flat 5, and I call this rootless even though it does have a root in there because it also functions as like a B flat 13 chord or an E altered chord with a sharp 9. But if you just play them as 3-note chords, this is the way most people play them. So I'm going to redo this video using 3-note voicings when I get to the rootless voicings. All right, so here we go. Now, it says C minor 7th in the chart, but I listen to a lot of recordings, and a lot of times when they get to the improvisations, when somebody's taking a solo, I hear minor 6 chords, and you can do a minor 6 chord as a rootless voicing like this, or you could even just do the 3-note version of it. All right, and then a kind of a cool thing to do is to go up a half a step, and then you've got like a C dominant, C7th with a sharp 9, so it could sound like this. Now, at the end of this short video, I'm going to tack on the video I did last night, which goes into a lot more advanced stuff. And I'm also going to link to some of my most popular videos about the diminished scale, the altered scale, pentatonic scales, all of which you can apply to this song. So we could start with a C minor 6, even though the chart says C minor 7th. You got to decide the sound you want. Okay, and then here, because I'm playing the F up here, I can just do 3 notes down here. Might be a little easier. And then this is a rootless voicing for G. Now you could do something like this, where you've got that rootless voicing split up between 2 hands, and then you can put the bass note in, so it's no longer rootless. And then back to C minor. And I left out the 5th that time because I got it up here, and in general you can leave out the 5th unless it's been altered. All right, the reason this song is so good for students of jazz is because it contains a minor 2-5-1, and a major 2-5-1. And it's minor because it ends on a minor chord, and it's a major 2-5-1 because it ends on a major chord. Okay, now that's A flat 7th, and there's a way to do this. You could do that and add that note in. So there's part of that rootless voicing. There's the 4-note version. These 2-5-1s, especially on the 5 chord, you don't really have to put the root in, even if you're playing solo, because people will hear and understand that harmony. Now I'll put the root in this time. And here I left the 3rd out because the melody kind of bounces around the 3rd and the 4th. So if you have the 3rd here and the 4th there, it creates a dissonance that you might not want. So, but if you're improvising, use the full chord, or use a rootless voicing. And then, and I didn't even play the 3rd. Maybe you could do it up here. I use the C minor 6th. For improvisation, if you're using this, then the appropriate scale is what we call the minor melodic ascending, and if you use this one, it will be the Dorian mode. And of course, the blues scale works pretty well in all of this, except for the part where it's E flat minor, A flat 7th, and D flat major 7th. And that's a very simple way of doing it. E flat minor, A flat 7th, and D flat major 7th. I did it this way. And there I'm just using the D flat major scale. And that time I used the diminished scale. And like I say, all this stuff will be covered in some of the other videos or in the one I'm going to tack on to the end of this one. And then a real deep dive into some of those scales. The links are down there in the description. So thanks, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.